Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, I am going to start the morning show. So Nigel Winterbort will be one of our former players, Tom Pundit, gets Baba don't come as I call it blow hot, call it talk tough. Ahead of the match where Arsenal go play against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. So Baba can talk say Arteta would be mad to park the bus at Manchester City. That is what Nigel Winterbort they talk. In fact, when I first see the headline, I just bought like it was funny. Like why you go talk all these kinds of but let me take a little time. Like make I just unpack everything we in talk. Then all of us will come go through the risk assessment of waiting they talk, the probability and the possibility of it happening. Now, when you look at the headline from the Sun, the talk say drive me mad. My team coined the phrase 1-0 to the Arsenal, but Mikel Arteta will be mad to park the bus at Manchester City. Now, when you look at the text beneath the headline, Nigel Winterbort currently talks say Arteta will be crazy to park the bus at Manchester City. Not even tactical genius George Graham would do it. As if say George Graham now the era of this Man City get everything get their own era, but that's not the argument of the day. Now, when you read the entirety of this report, the report long, be long well. Now, the argument of Nigel Winterbort, now be say Arteta should go all out, like go full out against Manchester City. Because say, I don't believe for 1 minute that Arteta should say otherwise. Like if say na be Arteta now, he go match Man City fire for fire. Like he go for that. Yeah, go match them. Anything happen may happen. You get. Now it's say, but I've never sat down with an Arsenal manager going, well, we'll just take a draw today. We have to manage the game as it goes. Arsenal will have been working on everything they can do to stop Man City, but as well to hurt them. You might have to sit a little bit, protect what you've got. Yes. Now, I like the fact say later on inside the same article, he can concede. He can say technically, if you come away from this weekend with a draw against Manchester City, it is not a disaster. I mean, I don't really understand why he's speaking from two sides of his mouth. But let's continue. Now, he said because of the results we'll get at North London Derby. Remember, yesterday, I think I was mentioning that we've played three strong away games in quick successions in 6 days. If we play this Man City on Sunday, we don't win one, which is the Tottenham Hotspur game. We don't draw one, which is the Atalanta game. Now, we will remain and a half for us to play this Man City. Because, okay, both teams, Man City and Arsenal, will be thinking that they want to win this game. And at the same time, that they must not lose it. Now, Arsenal defensive record away from home in 2024 has been stunning, has been incredible. They just conceded only 3 times and have already kept 4 clean sheets in their last 5 games in all competition this term. Now, this same sentiment of people like Nigel Winterbort is quite similar to what many of our community members they talk and many Arsenal fans out there. Many people have the opinion that we should go to the Etihad and take a risk. Some people take the risk. Will they forbid to beat Manchester City? So, and waiting, I want to open our eye to now. Now, the fact is, my opinion, yes, it's quite okay, but me personally, I don't subscribe to our line of thoughts. And I'll tell you why. Before taking a risk, there's what they call risk assessments. And that risk assessment now wants me and you do now. Now, on the balance of probabilities and the balance of possibilities, you see this match I want to play against Man City. Can Arsenal beat Man City? Yes. The possibility is there. Yes. Not just Arsenal. Can any team go to Manchester City Etihad and beat them? Even though we understand that according to historical data since 2022 November, that was the last time Manchester City got beaten by anybody. In fact, the last person who beat them there, 9B Brentford. That was the last person that beat them there. So now, what will they talk now? Okay, somebody tell me, say, okay, for the headline, Apple Evening News, okay, after the show, I will come out. So now what we are saying is how probable. Probability is not possibility. How probable, like, what is the likelihood that we can beat Manchester City? That is another way we ask. The likelihood, according to historical data, is low. That is why, according to waiting the bookmakers, they give Manchester City and Arsenal. I want to show you because those who play sport bets understand odds. Now, when you look at the odds of Manchester City beating Arsenal at the Etihad, it's about 1.84, 1.82. When you look at the odds of Arsenal beating Manchester City at the Etihad, it's about 4.82. This also shows you the possibility and probability argument why they show you say, on paper, even on paper, with the strength of Man City and the strength of Arsenal, the bookmakers understand that when you play at the Etihad, the likeliest outcome of this match is a Manchester City win. That's the first outcome. The second outcome is a draw. The third outcome is an Arsenal win, which is a long shot. Now, for those with the clamor, say make Arsenal go there, go beat Manchester City. Even with Odegaard, we dey struggle for this venue. Now you are looking at an Arsenal team without an Odegaard, who is your visionary, who is your seer. How do you think it will be easy to go here? These statistics why they put for your front. This was last season statistics when we visited this venue. Look at the ball possession of this game. Nobody say we no go get our own shot on goal. Nobody say we no go get our own shot on target. But if we talk, say we can match them fire for fire, end to end stuff. Which team you think say be the most likely to convert their own chances? If we say we can match them fire for fire like this time without Odegaard, we can match them like we go there without fear. We just go there, enter them. Logically, no use emotion, no look say okay, because we are Arsenal fans, we want us to win. No look at that angle. Because I don't notice say many Arsenal fans are looking at only one possible outcome, forgetting that Man City can also beat us. No, they look at some people have tunnel vision. They only look at a possible outcome of Arsenal winning. Forgetting that Man City can also win us and make I give you further risk assessment. If we beat Man City tomorrow, we go just 1 point ahead of them. If we beat them. Now reverse it. If Man City beat us, Man City go there 5 points ahead of us. Now, if we draw, they go there 2 points ahead of us. You don't look all these three possible scenarios. Which one you think say they more probable to happen? Then, as you don't see all these things now, which particular team you think say need to be more careful? If we beat Man City now 1 point, I want to be 1 point. But still imagine and say them beat us. Do you know what is 5 points? Do you know what is Man City 5 points ahead of Arsenal in week 5? Do you think that is a gap you can just can just evaporate? Like that's why when I see those arguments. In fact, tonight we'll be having a general show where I will ask you what would be your approach to this Manchester City game if you were at that. I want us to rack our brains. We could test our argument. Let us test logical reasoning. Make us see what people they talk. It doesn't mean we cannot go there and beat them. After all, Brentford went there and beat them. The possibility is there. We can play counter-attacking football here and still beat them at the end of the day. But it's not there as easy as people think it is. That's why I say I don't see every time people they talk, and I say, let me just explain something. So, away from that, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you still think Arsenal should go there and play all out, match them fire for fire, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, they do an analysis of David Raya's Premier League campaign for this season. They say this guy gets a 93% save percentage. This guy did very, very good. Of the amount of shots we don't face this season, this guy don't save 14 out of 15, which is a remarkable return. You get. So I myself, I did very, very happy with him based on what they give us for Arsenal. Now, Paul Messin himself can predict the scoreline at Arsenal as Arsenal will play Manchester City on Sunday. So he can just say the way we enter to see the match, say Arsenal no go to come outside, you get, because Arsenal go there reactive. You get. If nobody goes to the Etihad to go and be proactive, like I don't understand. If Liverpool no fit go there, go say they won't go dominate Manchester City. Who are you? Inter will go there, we collect points. Inter play defensive minded. Real Madrid with the Champions League. Go and look at the tapes. Real Madrid even visit the Etihad. They were reactive. Like majority of the time, anybody they go Etihad, you nobody say you go plan to go there reactive, but when you go there, Baba, you go there reactive. They know the third person. They tell blind man. They don't start. So for Messi, they talk say for him, he's seeing a draw in this match. Like they are going to actually share the spoils. So now what's him they see. I make I even read through the reports. They say no matter how suffocated they get, Man City end up creating chances. Against Tottenham, when Arsenal play Tottenham didn't have the quality. Hence, Arsenal have a bigger challenge this weekend. They have to be switched on for more than 90 minutes. Some people they tell you say when you play Man City, you need to dey Atalanta for 90 plus minutes for you to know say where you dey go. No be child's, Baba, no be child's play. Forget say yes, as Arsenal fans, we want to go there and beat them, but no be beans, no be beans. Now walk, no be church. You go if you reach there, go show walking. Even with your Odegaard, you know fit do am easy. You can't be without Odegaard, Baba. You got choose your battles wisely. Now, for Mexico, they explain say it is also important for Arsenal to try and trouble Manchester City on the counter attack, which is what I believe Atalanta will set up the guys to do. They just can't let their opponents come at them again and again. If that happens, they'll get found out. It won't be as comfortable as the game against Tottenham. That one are true. You get this one will be Tottenham Hotspur. You get Messi says he's torn on his prediction for the match as he knows how much of a threat the Premier League champions can be going forward. So me, I subscribe to waiting for Messi in the talk. Tottenham Hotspur game, we limited them to cross and nod. Now, why that Tottenham Hotspur tactics don't really work now? Because Tottenham don't really get a giant up front. Now, compare that to a Manchester City side that has a certain Eliana. You get so they are cross and nod and they will cross better. And the guy they tall. Like, we need to be very, very careful. I don't want a scenario where at the end of the day we'll be 5 points behind Man City. Baba, if that scenario happens, it will be disastrous. It will be bad for our morale, for our motivation, for what we want to achieve. Because Manchester City know they relinquish points anyhow. They know they relinquish them anyhow. So we must be very, very careful. If we can do the counter attack like we did against Tottenham Hotspur and nick one goal and lock up shop like 10 men, 1 million men behind the ball, I am all for it. You get, but at least like Ateta said against Atalanta, if you know say you know if you win this game, Baba no lose. No lose. Even Ateta talk say this is not something I always like to tell the boys, but subconsciously, you get behind the scenes. About the see this Man City game. If you know if you win, don't let them beat you, you get, because 5 points not be being so make a bust for brain. If God forbid Arsenal lose against Man City, they can't do 5 points. I can tell you for free. All the national dailies. You see all this Gary Neville, all this Jamie Carragher, they say, go there and attack all this Nigel Winterbort. Go there and attack, go there and attack. Now then go come as a cut say the title race is over. Talk sports, everybody, Darren Bet, you go to hear the title race is over. The title race was over at the Etihad. What you go to hear? But any other result apart from a loss, you will never hear the title race is over. If there's a draw, title race continue. If we win, title race continue. But if we lose, God forbid, Baba, it's law. It's over. And me, I don't want that this early on in the season. So the earlier we understand this, my brother, the better. Now, even Sagna called a claim, say, you see this clash? What will happen for the Etihad? Say it could be a key turning point in the season for Manchester City. And why is he saying so? Now, Sagna called the talk, say, you see, they say Arsenal, former Arsenal, Manchester City defender Bakary Sagna says going 5 points clear of the Gunners so early on in the season will be a big boost for Pep Guardiola's side. Get Manchester City versus Arsenal. I'm reading from the third paragraph. Say Manchester City versus Arsenal is already a turning point this season. So going 5 points clear after 4 or 5 games would be great. And that is the argument I'm telling you. Guardiola would want to be 5 points ahead of us. If that happens, Baba, the season is not finished. Because moving on in the season, Arsenal will drop points, then we'll see drop points, but 5 points gap. That's why we complain of this calendar. In fact, in the beginning, I remember it was Baba Sato that said when the season first starts, we see Manchester City, we see Tottenham Hotspur, we see some big teams in our calendar. We say, thank God, say this thing they come early. But when Odegaard come get injured, we come and say, this thing bad, like really they favor us. So you get why would they complain all this thing? Now because of Odegaard no day. If so Odegaard there, have you still get a slim, like a tiny winning bit of hope. So okay, at least counter attack, this guy person will go deliver the pass. But there's no Odegaard. Their own, there's no Kevin De Bruyne. But at least they have Gundogan, they have Bernardo Silva. Who will we get to replace Odegaard? Like for that counter attack, you still need somebody who go fit, do the right pass to find the right player. Where that person did. These are the variables on the table. Me, I just open your eye, they remove it from tunnel vision for you to see other things, that there are multiple outcomes of this match. It is not only an Arsenal win, you go dey look. You can also get beaten. The earlier you realize that, the better you get. So make you not say, as I choose, you are pessimistic, you don't want us to win. No, I dey open your eye. May you see this match. Say, they as easy as you think. Now, cut offside, come to talk, say, now Mark Goldbridge, they defend Arsenal ahead of the shocking UEFA decision of allowing us to play Atalanta some days to, and our first match will go away. Imagine say Manchester City they travel to Italy, go play Inter Milan, call a travel come back. It will make sense. At least themselves go experience what it take to travel, go another country, come back. As we with the experience am now. Because the balance, there's no balance. Even Ateta was complaining. Pep like him. Good. There's no balance. So when you read the entirety of the reports put out by, I think it was Give Me Sports on this issue, but back on the talk say, see, because it was slamming UEFA on that decision to allow Arsenal to play their first Champions League group game just 3 days before the Premier League blockbuster against Manchester City. A match will be said if we define our season. If we lose, it can define our season negatively. If we lose. Now, on Thursday night, the Gunners travel to Italy for an important matchup against Gianpiero Gasperini's Atalanta. The game ended 0-0 with Raya producing a remarkable save to deny Matteo in that penalty. So, Baba said a whole lot because he was not really happy with the way the team take go. So, Baba can say it's an absolute disgrace. Arsenal are playing on the Thursday night in Italy ahead of the game of the season on Sunday. Why is he saying it's the game of the season? Because the ramifications of this match, if we lose, they're huge. That's why it's called the game of the season. If we lose, the consequences, the impact is very, very significant. If we win, the significance is minimal. If we draw, the significance is minimal, just small. But if we lose, Baba, you said you know go like him. You wait they watch. You know go like him if we lose. Tell yourself the truth. So that's just the thing. All right, so let's move on to other stories because this Man City Arsenal match. Well, I just hope say the boys actually represent us well. Try to win, counter attack, try to win. But if you know if you win, Baba, I beg, no lose. Now, Martin Keown, come and second to talk about your own tactics. So Martin Keown, they look at this match in a different light. So he can talk say Arsenal must do what they have never done under Mikel Arteta against Manchester City. Expect Kai Havertz to lead the line, and then the huge task of marking Erling Haaland, who has scored 9 goals in 4 games, even though the likes of Jorginho, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, they feel say they still hold him. Now, what's about the talk? They say the anticipation for this game takes me back to our own class. You can go back memory lane in their own time. When we say then go for Manchester United, and they go there against all odds, they score 1-0, and they shut down the Old Trafford, then the Theatre of Dreams. They keep all the fans quiet. And mind you, we only have 3,000 Arsenal fans who will travel to the Etihad Stadium. So in the if we score early goal, at least the fans will be quiet. See now the way we aim this year. Now, moving on, he could talk say Arteta need to strike a perfect balance between defense and attack. Like we need to do massive defense and massive attack. That defense very, very important. And the way we aim this year. But the next question becomes: is that easy to achieve? Massive defense, massive attack. Is it easy to achieve? All these things no they easy. Look at the last 2 games we have played. Confirm games. Look at the last 2 games. Say Manchester City don't play. Chena men games. Who will play Spurs? Confirmento. Get. At the same time, we play Atalanta. Confirmento. Wait. The last 2 games Man City playing at home. After us, they go still play another home. After that home, they go still play another home. 4 straight home games. All right, we are back on Starlink. So I'm on that small glitch. So, like as I was explaining, I took my time to check Manchester City's calendar, and it was appalling. Man City get 4 straight home games, which means say then they for home. They have enough time to rest, unlike us. 3 straight away games. Not just anyhow away games. You say that maybe Brentford and Leicester, all those kinds of small things, but 3 confirmed men away games. So we say the possibility of us losing day there. Oh, they play against people they back. But it's just quite unfortunate. Now waiting the FA, now waiting them put for our calendar. And if you can't complain, they will say, should be other people say they experience and say, why not would they complain? So it is what it is. Now, even Patrick Vieira, all the time say, so what they got, they know this match. So they got a big loss. So they got no this game. Because Patrick Vieira was weighing in on Arsenal versus Manchester City as he expresses his major disappointment. In fact, back on the say when you look at Manchester City's game, you get the for top of the table. Now, Man City versus Arsenal, it will be a bigger game, I think, for Arsenal. Now, I think Arsenal will have to perform and we have to win. City know how to win this kind of game. So I think there will be more pressure on Arsenal's shoulders than Man City, because as it be like this now, Man City, they got Arsenal with 2 points. So Arsenal and the pressure they with. Now, it's a major loss for Arsenal, for Odegaard, based on saying he's not just the captain of the team, he's the leader on the field, the technical leader on the field. Now, when he's on the field, players around him feel more comfortable as well. He's the one who dictates the tempo of the game, and is the one who brings the kind of technical ability, his quality in the last 30 years to create something. But again, if you want to go until the end, players have to take more responsibility. But who will the player we will take responsibility? We go hold the bull by the horn. Who will bail the cats against Manchester City? Nobody to talk. Who go do it? China the Arsenal when the wipe shot from outside the team. Who go run am for us tomorrow? These are the questions. These are uncomfortable, like questions where you don't like to hear. Most of the things why they talk today are J. Many people don't like to hear them. Darren Bent said, "Because the talk say, see, there is this Arsenal star that has done himself no favors before this Manchester City clash, and that is Martinelli." He can re-echo that sentiment, that stat. Say Martinelli don't go 17 games without a goal or an assist. Say for him, say Raheem Sterling should start on Arsenal's left flank ahead of Martinelli. Say na the way we in the CM. In fact, say that one will really make a whole lot of sense. Martinelli did himself no favors last night against Atalanta. He can play Jesus. Ateta can play Gabriel Jesus out on the left, but Jesus not really fit enough. I think there's only one place or position where you go. If he picks Martinelli, fair enough. If he picks Sterling, fair enough. But I'm going Martinelli. I'm going Sterling. Martinelli right now, last season, he had 6 goals. Last 2 seasons, he had 15 goals. But this season, Baba never do anything. He don't go 17 games without, like, his confidence is very, like, he did down, you get, which is quite unfortunate. But at the end of the day, now Arteta get the final say. All of us got to give our own analysis. But when Arteta gets the final say. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, at the end of the day, people like Nigel Winterbort and many of our Arsenal fans, all of them, they talk, say, make Arteta go all out for Manchester City. In fact, Nigel Winterbort take her to the extreme. He say Arteta would be mad to pack the bus at Manchester City. Nobody said, "Let me put that mad." Now, so the guy, now so the Sun reporter say Mikel Arteta would be mad to pack the bus at Manchester City. Now, the question why they ask our community members will say, do you subscribe his line of thoughts? Go to Man City, match them fire for fire, go all out, attack me, attack you, damning the ramifications, regardless of whatever happens, and the consequences. Make I tell you the consequences. If we win, we go there 1 point ahead of Man City. If we draw, they go there 2 points ahead of us. If we lose, which is also a possible outcome, we go there 5 points behind Man City. Choose your battles wisely. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So till I come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Not get out. All right, guys. Bye-bye.